Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Friday. So I tell you what, never been much of a quote guy, but I tell you what, I have this one up here because it just kind of resonated well with my life, my career up to this point. You know, to sum it up, it just says everything in life happens for a reason. You get a chance to take it. If it changes your life, let it. I think that's a good message. I tell you what, there's one thing I've learned going on 18 years in the Air Force now. It's that the chances I've taken, the decisions I've made, my ability to effectively communicate both up and down the chain of command have had and will continue to have a lasting impact on my life. And folks, it's amazing what we as human beings can accomplish with the right mentality between our two ears. Now, in terms of communication, a couple speakers this morning hit on the feedback. Personally, I think feedback is the most effective form of interpersonal communication we can utilize today. Every single one of us in this room should be intimately familiar with it. And it shouldn't just be a biannual box that we check. We should do it daily. My story kind of begins with the fact that, I didn't realize at the time, but the most impactful feedback I've had in my entire life was my freshman year of high school. Now think about it. If you go back in time and tell the high school freshman version of yourself one thing, what would it be? Knowing what I know today, I just go back and I'd say, hey dude, buckle up. Your life is about to be a wild ride. And I hadn't always been that guy. I'd always been that kid to take the chances or make the tough decisions or communicate effectively. I can't believe I'm about to show you the next picture I am, but I'm going to take so much flack from my friends. Believe it or not, in high school, I was a trombone-toting, cookie-crushing, fat chick. That's a good-looking dude. I was an introverted fat kid. You know what I mean? My legs may be shaking, whatnot, but that's it. That's me. And it's not that I wasn't active. I played sports growing up, but I just love food. Who doesn't, And I didn't even wear jeans until my freshman year of high school because sweatpants and Velcro shoes were easier to put on. But the bottom line is it was freshman year towards the end of it, which was 21 years ago, and my buddy Matt said, hey, you should come up with a lacrosse team. I said, what a great idea, lacrosse. So I did a little research, looked into it, I said, goalie. Goalies don't have to run that much. I can be a goalie. I quickly found out goalies still have to run the 100-yard dash for tryouts. And I'll be damned if I didn't run the fastest 18.7-second 100-yard dash of my life. Only to be told, a moment later, in not so many words, that I was just too fat, too slow to be on the lacrosse team. I took that feedback, and it lit a fire inside me that's intrinsically motivated me to this day. That feeling I felt of failure, I never wanted to feel again. No one should. It flipped the switch that summer, and if you know me, you know why. I became mildly obsessed with PT that summer. Changed my life around, and went on to play football, run track, next few years of high school. Graduated at 17, but I knew I didn't want to go to college right away. I knew since I was 5 years old playing t-ball, had my dad yell at me, hey, focus on the ball. And I just was watching airplanes fly over, Dad, I'm enjoying the Air Force, and I'm over water, I need to focus. And so at 17, I had my parents, they signed my waiver, and off I went, 17 years old, alone and afraid, having no idea what to expect, open mechanical, by the way. And it was just it was crazy. But I get to basic, and about 3 or 4 weeks in, these dudes come over, they look pretty fit with their pound of hair gel in their hair and maybe spray tans and these shortest shorts I've ever seen in my life. And they were like, man, who wants to take this PASS test, physical ability and stamina test, and get to take the ride to Pararescueman pipeline? I was like, that sounds fun. I played hide and go seek when I was young. I was always the last kid found. So I showed up the following Saturday, and about 100 of us showed up, and the numbers quickly diminished after the run, after the chaos, after the swim, to the point where there was 4 of us left. And the instructor came in, grabbed 2 guys, I can only assume they were medically DQ'd right then and there. And they came back and looked at 2 of us and he said, man, you've already taken the right pipeline. What are your questions? And I had the even at 17, I had the wherewithal to think to myself, I was like, I'm not ready for this, physically or mentally. Quickly raised my hand. I said, sir, I'm not ready for this. He had some choice words for me. Like, waste my time, you're up. Yeah, I'm not into it. But, so I did. I went off and became an engine mechanic. Oh, my goodness. Remember hard stuff. Sorry, how I paid you an extra $5 for an extra minute. So I went off to become an engine mechanic. And talk about a small world, small Air Force. Just real quick off topic. I got stationed at the 550th Special Operations Squadron at Capt Air Force Base in New Mexico, which is part of the 58th Special Operations Wing, which I currently fall under today. So full circle there. But what's even more interesting is the fact that I was an A1C engine mechanic fixing planes that my current commander, as a lieutenant, was getting his initial qual on. We had no idea. Talk about cross paths, right? And what I realized after being an engine mechanic is I just craved more. It's not that I didn't like what I did, but I just wanted more out of life. And as a 4-year enlistee, I knew that at 2 years I could cross-train. So I went up to my supervisor and I said, hey, sir, I want to cross-train combat control. And he said, hey, look at me. He said, why would you want to do that? I said, why wouldn't I? You know? And so I went over to the PJ schoolhouse at Kirkland. I had them, they were gracious enough to give me the pass test. Put in my package around September, November 2001. We all know what was going on in the world at that time. And I waited and waited. In January 2002, I received an official training rip to go to combat control orientation course at Capt Air Force Base. And I know you guys are all staring at the picture, but so I received an official training rip to go to combat control training course, and that was for November of that year. I didn't want to wait 10 months. I was anxious to jumpstart my life. And so I rode my bike to the PJ schoolhouse, walked in the CSS, knocked on the chief's door, and said, hey, chief, why don't you help me out? I want to see if you can talk to the combat control chief, see if I can switch career fields and if you give me in dock sooner. On my ride, on a bike ride back, I thought to myself, did I just make the right decision? Because initially I didn't know if I had what it took to get through the paramedic, which it turns out I did and actually love medicine. But when I got back to the sticky note, hey, call up PJ chief. So I called him up and said, hey, the combat control chief was cool, you switching, stand by for a date. So 2 weeks later, I got a rip to go to Pararescueman operation course, April 2002. Oh, let me tell you, if you guys ever have the opportunity to experience pararescue indoctrination, I highly recommend it. It is not something you will soon forget. And it was 114 of us started the class, 21 of us which ended up finishing. And over the course of, it was like a 12-week block, 2 weeks prep, 10-week actual syllabus. And it was about 5 or 6 weeks in that I had severe pain on my left leg. Absolute severe pain. I just talked up as shin splints and whatnot. And I was to the point where I had some Motrin, the Air Force's favorite vitamin, and I would take 2,500 milligrams a day just to get out of bed. Max dose for you medics out there. I don't even know what, probably killing my kidneys, but it just made me feel good, placebo, Between that and lather and mineral ice and Tiger Ball on my legs just to numb the pain because I refused to fail. We had to sign that at the PJ doctor schools that never quit. And even though in my mind I'm 6'4" and 220 pounds, I'm really only 5'5", but 150. But every day my buddies would laugh at me because I'd jump up and I'd never quit. But they were like, "Hey, this is the funniest people who want to do that." But it meant something to me. No matter what it took, I was never going to quit. And I got to the point where, like I said, 21 of us left in the final eval, and I told my team leader, and I said, hey, I got to go to the doctor, I got to get a cortisone shot. Something I really am in a lot of pain. I want to be able to perform tomorrow. And I also had a bacterial infection in my right knee, probably the size of a grapefruit, due to some motivational training that we did, and I jumped in the creek and whatnot. But so I was combating that as well. So I went to the hospital that night about 9 o'clock for the final eval, and I told the doctor, I said, no matter what you do, you can't put me on a waiver, can't do me on a profile. I have a PT test to do tomorrow, and he's like, what's wrong with people? And so he gave me some crutches and a recommendation note not to put weight on it for 2 weeks. And of course, Motrin. So off I went back that morning, met my team, went to the schoolhouse, caught up with me and said, what's the deal with crutches? And I said, well, sorry, I got a note. Obviously, I'm having a lot of pain in my left leg, bacterial infection in my right knee. And he says, well, it's final eval day. What do you think? I said, I think I want to take it. He's like, well, I'm okay if you're okay. So I dropped the crutches, I filed the note in the trash can. Took the test. Calisthenics went well. And then came a 6-mile run. 6-mile run is a 24 laps on a 400-meter track with a 42-minute time limit. You're not allowed to have watch to track progress. My final time was 41:42. I was 18 seconds shy of failure. And I got through it, and I got it through because my team called me and they pushed me along the way. I wouldn't be here where I am today. I wouldn't be where I'm today if it wasn't for them. Teamwork. And when it was all said and done, I I had taken the boot off. I took my shoe off my right foot, and in the process, I was like favoring my left leg so bad that I actually sloughed about 70% of the skin off the bottom of my right foot, like a really bad blister or burn. And of course, I go to the hospital afterwards, and the doctor's like, "Ooh, that's the worst blister burn I've ever seen." I said, "Yeah, so here's the deal. I need you to tape it up. I have a 4,000-year fin. I have to go do this afternoon." Same response. Like, what's wrong with you people? And I didn't think anything of it at the time. I just had to do it. That was my only option. And it turns out after we graduated, 21 of us graduated, 12 of us ended up going on 2.5 years to get our berets, 12 out of 114. And I got back to Kirtland. I went to the doctor and they took an x-ray. And they said, normally shin splints don't show up on x-rays, but you have a 4-centimeter stress fracture in your left leg. And looking back, had I not gutted it out that day and not in a whole point in time in my life, I wouldn't have had the experience that I've had. And a lot of people don't realize when they start out and they pursue a new endeavor in their life that, yeah, the initial suck, but the reward, they don't understand the middle is the time. It's worth it, okay? It's worth persevering through it and digging deep. But my favorite question is when people ask me, they're like, what does it take? And I always tell them, it's 90% physical, 90% mental, 10% physical. And then they always ask me, yeah, but I heard they drowned you at Indok. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, come here. I'm always like, come here. Come under my wing. Let me tell you. Guess what? They do drown you in Indok. And I say, and then when you go up to Fairchild Air Force Base for SEER school, they break your fingers. Shout out to my SEER guys. I love you guys. But like I said, had I not done what I did, I wouldn't have had the experience that I had traveling all over the world and deploying. And my rental car was not hurt, by the way, in that picture. I never would have been able to experience what I've experienced, just life experience. I'm big on that. And I reached a point in 2009 that's I felt like I reached the pinnacle. I was a great staff sergeant at the time. I talked to my wife and I was ready to get out. And I was offered the opportunity, I had the opportunity to PCS overseas to 321st Most Attack Squadron in England. Highly recommend if nobody's gone overseas to do so and experience that culture. And I did, and it rejuvenated me, renewed my love for the game, so to speak. But while I was there, I was attached to a Special Forces group in Stuttgart, Germany, and became friends with a Navy warrant officer. And said, "Hey, you guys have officers in your curriculum?" I said, "Yeah, but I don't really see eye to eye. A lot of them I view a lot of them as just yes men. I don't want to be like that." He said, "Yeah, but you know what? You have the charisma and the personality. You can change that." I said, "Yeah, good point." Talked to my wife, including the Combat Rescue Officer application package, came up here at Fairchild for what we call Phase 2. And without going too much into it, it's basically a week-long gut check that we run up here at Fairchild twice a year, where you're pushed to your physical and mental limits. Like you can't even imagine. And it was exceptionally difficult for me because I had to perform for my peers. I haven't been part of the community for 10 years. But it was 25 of us showed up, and again, 5 of us ended up finishing the week. And they're testing your leadership, your followership, your communication skills, your physical aptitude. But it was that Wednesday of that week, I was just down in the dumps. I was sick. My body wasn't performing. It wasn't listening to me. That's what I said. My body's not listening. Why are you not doing what I want you to? And so I called my wife in England and I said, "Babe, I'm in a bad way. My body's not listening to me. It's not doing what I want." And being the absolute rock that she has been the past decade of my life, simply said, "Babe, you've got a 2-month-old son and a 3-year-old daughter over here, and they're waiting for his dad to come home and celebrate." And I was like, that's all I needed. So I made it through, and I went through back through some of the pipeline. Went through the 6-month apprentice course again as an officer this time. Got stationed back at the 50th Rescue Squad where it all started as a young BJ, and deployed twice as a team commander. But I reached a point that I was just like, after 10 years operational between enlisted and PJ at our rescue squadron with special tactics, that I just kind of needed to take a step back. So I asked my leadership if I could come up here to Fairchild, let the mission set, and they obliged. And in 2015, I was offered the current position as assistant ops officer here at 66, and it's been a blast ever since. But really, the moral of the story is, dig deep, get through. Only difference is time. But if you take away one thing, I'll tell you now, and it took me a while to learn this, that Our most valuable weapon is humility. Never forget where you came from. Always be proud. And remember, family is the most important thing in this world. When it's all said and done, when this is all said and done, whatever this is, they're still going to be there. Pick up whatever pieces you have. And especially for young folks in the crowd, I know I'm past my time a little bit, just let me get on my soapbox. For young folks in the crowd, you may not realize it now, but you're in the driver's seat, okay? I understand you got chain command, you have task force and whatnot, but you're in the driver's seat. You got one life to live. You might as well live to the fullest, okay? You're already successful by having served in the United States Air Force, right? How you build upon that success, it's up to you. Thanks, folks. I appreciate your time.